The Rothchilds were behind everything. The Illuminati, going back thousands of years, probably something to do with the, was it Knights Templar? And they went on the crusade. That's right, and the Maltese, what is it, Maltese cross or something? Maltese falcon. And there are symbols, look at that symbol, and it goes through time, and time and the symbols. And then they take a few too many drugs,
And they fly.
mix them all together in their heads, and then formulate it into a new type of philosophy which combines together Bilderbergs, Rothschilds, Lenin, Marx, Hitler, Stalin, all in one. And so the whole world, I'm telling you, I know what you're going to say, mate. I know it. I took that same bad acid trip one afternoon. With me, I escaped from it. I said faction. I said faction. Fact and fiction merged together.
Faction is a
Well,
subgroup.
well, it can be delusion, but a lot of it is you're looking at the information. Some of the information was coherent, and then you have some incoherent stuff, but it's tied together in such a way that it looks like factual. And if you, let's say, like I did a PhD last year, I learned how to do research, how to check your facts and check the facts with the people you're reading. But of course, you can't do that with everybody. Ultimately, you get to a document you're reading, and if 5 of the facts, you can check them and they're relevant, you're probably not going to check the rest of the references. But actually, to check everything accurately, you'd have to check their references, the references of them, the references of them, the references of them. It's an unending process. And so that's why people accept, for example, in the climate change discussion, people accept, well, they say, well, the scientists have said it, must be true. And then they say, on economics, the economists said that, must be true. The business community says that, must be true. The parliament, well, they're experts, they must be telling the truth. But a lot of the time, you know, even the most elementary things that we take for granted, well, a lot of them aren't true. So therefore, the confusion emerges in people's minds. Someone came up to me earlier on, I don't think he's here now, but he came up to me earlier on, he goes, you've obviously been listening for a few weeks. He said to me, right, imagine this scenario, he said. 10 people at a party. 9 of them turn around to you and say, you've got to pay. Is that fair? He said to me like that. Now what was he after, Adam? I scratched my head for a few seconds. I said to myself, well, what he really means is that democracy in terms of expropriation of the wealth of the capitalist class is unfair. So you should not encroach on the realm of private property because it's going to be unfair to the minority. That's basically what he's arguing. But I said, well, that's how the whole world works. According, if you've got democratic structure, you're saying that the people, in theory at least, have control over the wealthy elites. In fact, however, here's where the confusion comes in fact, under so-called democracy in the capitalist West, the freedoms we have exist precisely because they are not used to challenge the wealth of power of the elite. That the elite are able to maintain their wealth of power and expand their wealth of power despite democracy. That's the beauty of it. Because the wealthy buy politics and